Hey, DJ Angel, aka James, coming to you today, and I want to talk about wireless microphones for the mobile entertainer. So, first of all, let's talk about the types of wireless microphones the mobile entertainer is probably going to come across that can fit within their budget. Now, one is the VHF, or the very high frequency microphone, the VHF. Now, my impression of these are they are inexpensive. They are susceptible to more interferences and dropouts. I have tried to use the VHF and I have not had a successful time with the VHF. The only reason I would really use these VHF microphones is maybe if I'm inside in a bedroom somewhere. I don't care about the quality of the environment. That's when I'd use. And I know if you're a mobile entertainer and if you've gone out, bought one of these mics, you feel the same way, like, what the heck is up with this mic? They're really susceptible to dropouts, especially outdoors, and they can get interference from a lot of other different electrical sources, including other microphones. The VHF is just, in my opinion, not the way to go. The one you want to focus on is the UHF, the ultra high frequency microphone. Now they have a much clearer sound and they have a lot less dropouts. If you do get interference on one frequency, you can quickly switch to another frequency. That's the cool thing about UHF. Now a good UHF microphone is going to run you anywhere from 300 to 350 for an entry level UHF mic. Well worth the money. You're a professional. You don't want yourself embarrassed by sound. There's a lot of things that can go wrong in your events, as you know. You don't want to have to worry, is this mic going to sound good or not, right? Come on, you want a good, solid microphone. Now, the microphone that I'm using that I've settled on recently is the Shure BLX 1288, and it actually is a wireless unit which comes with two microphones. I'm using this one here. It has a little wireless pack for it, the transmitter, and it transmits in a variety of different frequencies. You can switch them up, and some people, if they don't like this kind of a mic right here, you can always swap the microphone itself out for other microphones, maybe a tan color mic, kind of blends in with your face a little bit, or a lavalier mic. Again, personal preference, right? So that's the microphone I'm using, and I think it's an excellent mic. It cost me, I think, about 300 and some change, and again, for my purposes, it's great. So let's talk about not just the brand of microphone that you want to look at, but first and more importantly is the pickup pattern of the mic itself. Now I'm going to be using, here's the other microphone that came with my unit. We'll talk a little bit more about how the pickup pattern on this one works in just a second. First of all, you have omnidirectional microphones. They pick up sound equally from all directions, normally from the microphone, no matter if the microphone is pointed at the subject, away from the subject, it will still pick up some pattern of sound if it's an omnidirectional microphone. Some people like these microphones. They have their pluses, but for the mobile entertainer, probably you want to get a unidirectional microphone. And what that does, that limits the pickup pattern from the back of the microphone or somewhere on the microphone itself, so it's isolating the microphone from the other sounds in the room. Now right now I have a big giant fan swamp cooler going in this room, and you probably can barely even hear it at all, because the microphone on this boom right here is a unidirectional microphone. Now under the category of unidirectional microphones, you have some other categories. You have a pattern on the microphone itself that looks like a heart, what they call a cardioid microphone. Cardioid microphone. Now that picks up the sound in a heart-shaped manner. Now if it's a unidirectional microphone, a cardioid microphone, it's going to pick up sound from the back of the mic. It's going to block the sound from the rear of the mic and be sensitive to sounds from the front of the mic, which in this case is my voice. That's for me the front of the mic. And it's going to reject the sounds that come here or off to the sides. Those are really, for the mobile entertainer, probably the best all-around microphone. Again, a unidirectional cardioid microphone. And the cool thing about microphones, now this microphone here is cardioid, but they even have a little picture on it. Let me see if I can get this close enough to you where it doesn't blur out and kind of, there you go. See that little picture? It is a cardioid microphone because of the shape. I know it's kind of hard to focus on the little dude, but yeah, there we go. Kind of getting it there. Yeah, you can kind of see that there. So a cardioid microphone, again, pick up sound in a heart-shaped manner. You want to use that, in my opinion, for the mobile entertainer, unidirectional, and get a good cardioid microphone. There are other categories of cardioid microphones, like a supercardioid or even a hypercardioid. They also have a pickup pattern like a heart shape, but just right in the front of the heart, you know, where it kind of indents a little bit on the front of the or in the rear of the microphone. There's kind of like a little teardrop pattern that gets picked up by the microphone as well. And those are really great for isolating sound even further, and also eliminating some of the kind of pops you hear in the microphone. Some of these, like this boom mic, I've noticed has a little bit of a pop if if I'm talking, if I hit certain sounds, it gives a little pop. So I've kind of had to tweak that out in my mixer. The supercardioid microphones are great when you want to reject a lot of ambient sound. Maybe you're at a sporting event, a loud arena, concert, and you need to do some announcing, so they can really do a lot of different events where the sound is, not the best. It's just super loud. Now, let me go back to the VHF microphone. Do not be tempted to get one of these dudes. Now, if you can't afford a good UHF wireless, get a wired mic instead. Because I can guarantee if you get a VHF microphone, there's a lot of different brands out there. You've seen them, Nady, Gemini, Pile. Those things are absolute junk. Samson, stay away from them. Anyone that's bought those mics will tell you after 2 or 3 times they wish they never bought that microphone. My opinion is you're better off to take your money, $100 or whatever you're going to spend on that VHF system, and just light it on fire. Enjoy the warmth of that fire and look at the smoke, because that's all the pleasure you're going to get out of that money. It's not going to come from that microphone, let me guarantee you. Again, your best bet, if you can't afford a good wireless mic, a UHF wireless mic, then go out and get a good wired mic like a Shure SM58, and you can always sell that microphone later once you get more money in your budget, and you could probably sell that microphone for just as much as you paid for it. So that's my opinion there, and I've been doing this a while as a mobile entertainer. Take it or leave it, but I'm guaranteed that if you take a VHF microphone to your event, you'll be embarrassed, and that's really not what you want to do. You want to always constantly move yourself up to the next level of the event. Better gigs, better reputation, and more money for these gigs, because you've invested the time and the money to make yourself a professional. Well, that's it for me today. I'm DJ Angel, and I will see you next time in the mix.